Sapphire of Sapphire Speaks, and today's oracle message is about trust and trusting ourselves. So I'll get into that, but right next to me is my NutriBurst, and I'm only bringing that up because a lot of people have asked me how I lost the weight that I have, how I keep my energy up, and I only speak of things that I know of. And this, along with some other tools that I've used, have really helped me keep my energy up. If you know me, I have an 18-year-old daughter that is transitioning from a senior in high school to college, and so just the demand of helping her with that transition, as well as my own life working. I work from 5 to 2:30, and that is no joke. So this has been one of the main things that have really kept me going. So if you decide to make your purchase with me, I will definitely give you the tools. I will definitely assist you with how to make the most of the products that you purchase. Okay, again, I only speak of things that I know of, and this one has definitely come through for me. Okay, so on to our message. I really wanted to talk about trust and trusting ourselves. So my book club, which is amazing. Hi ladies. My book club, we are reading Trust by Iyanla Vanzant, which is an amazing book. Anybody who is making steps towards their dreams should definitely get this book. You should definitely read it. And I realize that a lot of us are so hesitant about trusting ourselves because we lack the confidence. We see so much of our faults. We see so much of the issues that we've had. We doubt ourselves. And we wonder why there are others who have made it successfully and made it farther than us. Even people who, we may feel has less talent than we do. And it's confidence. They are confident. They are playing full out in their lives. They are like, fuck it, this is what it is. And so that is my encouragement to you. Go full out. Go full out in your life. Play hard. Go full the fuck out, okay? Word to the wise. So the cards that I pulled today: Thinker, number 44, Round and Round, number 25, Unfinished Symphony, number 10, Chaos and Conflict, number 33, Serendipity, beautiful, number 18, Bless, come on now, number 22, Peace, yes, number 23, Oath, number 49, The Moon, number 50, Conclusion, number 12, Invisibility, Invisible, number 16, Meditation, number 25, The Warrior, number 2, Fragment, number 15. So what I'm getting is that we are going round and round in our heads about who we are. Why me? About what we're supposed to do, about whether or not we are capable of doing it, about whether or not we have been through enough, whether or not, why is it that I haven't manifested the thing that I have? Why do I feel like I'm not worthy of this? Why is it that my business isn't going forward or isn't full throttle? Why? We are going round and round in our head with this chaos and conflict. Understand that comes to a conclusion once we decide, why not me? Why the fuck not me? Why the fuck not me? See, a lot of us have been through a lot of shit. Me, myself, I'm very open in talking about all the trauma that I've been through, all the situations that I've been through. A lot of us have been through a lot of shit, and a lot of that shit gets us to this point to where we feel so stuck, and we have to find a way to release it. And the only way that you can release it is by not sitting there. Yeah, sometimes you have to take a seat. Sometimes you have to heal. Sometimes you need to be in a position to where you can just mentally process this shit, understand it for what it was, and let it go. That's where we need to be, in this position of understanding that these are the consequences of the decisions that we've made, whether they're good or bad. These people that are in our lives are situations and circumstances that we've manifested. We needed to learn this lesson. We needed to learn that we were beautiful. We needed to learn that we were worthy. We needed to learn what it is that we wanted out of a partner. We needed to learn what it took to be a business owner, to be a mother, to be a father. We needed to learn those lessons. So these are the consequences of the decisions that we have made. But also understand that you don't have to sit here in this mindset of, this is the shit that I've done, this is who I am, these are the mistakes that I've made. The difference between us and these celebrities or all of these people that we idolize is that they decided to go forward. They didn't let that stop them. They didn't say that, oh, okay, you know what, I come from a broken home, or people died in my family, or excuse me, or people are hurt every day that I know of, or people are hurting me, or this person had a knife, for me when I was only good. They didn't allow this shit to stop them. They kept going. And so as you decide exactly what it is that you want out of life, and it doesn't matter whether it's a car, an expensive house, a beautiful mate to spend the rest of your life with, or whatever it is, you have to make the decision to grow from the situation. Because a lot of us have manifested these partners, these homes, these jobs, these things or whatever, and we're sitting there not feeling as if we're worthy enough to have it. So we are self-sabotaging and we are fucking the shit up left and right. I had to understand and realize that, yes, I have been in a failed marriage, but that marriage taught me some shit. And now I can take that and apply that to my relationships going forward. What it takes to be somebody's wife, what it takes for me to still stay true to myself and have my individuality, what it takes for me to succeed and not be so codependent on somebody else to give me something. I can go out and go get it myself. So we can't sit up here and just wallow in this situation, because as we take steps forward, there is opportunities. Serendipity ain't nothing but opportunity aligned with readiness. You have been through enough. Are you still questioning that? Are you still questioning that? Because that's where that evolve or repeat situation comes into play. When you don't think that you've been through enough, you start to self-sabotage yourself, and then you put yourself back into this state of, I need to learn another lesson. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think my business is good enough. I don't think I'm where I need to be. Instead of just realizing that you've went through the shit that you've went through so that you can build a foundation of peace. You can build a steady foundation of peace. And that means releasing this old shit, releasing this shit that was taught to you by people who probably didn't even understand life themselves. And that can be a very hard thing. That can be a very disappointing thing to understand, that the people who taught you these things, the people who you learned these lessons from, they're not teaching you, they weren't teaching you something that was good for you. So allowing that mindset to let go can be hard, but it can be done. This unfinished symphony, you have shit to do. You have work to do, and you're being guided. You're being guided. And see, what some of us are afraid of is that we're only seeing a fragment of the picture. We don't understand. We're not seeing the whole thing. We don't understand how everything is coming into play. We don't understand exactly how things are going to work out. All we know is that inside of us, something is bubbling and it's trying to be let out. And it might scare the shit out of me, because I know mine scared fuck out of me. It might scare the shit out of you. But you're not here to fit in. You're not here to go along with the crowd. And there are so many people who are afraid of their weirdness, or afraid of their differences, or afraid of whatever it is, to say that this ain't right. They're afraid to tell people, no, this is not right. This is not how this goes. You shouldn't treat people like this. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't be like this. We're so afraid. And so we just keep going along with the flow and going and blending in with the crowd or whatever, trying to become this normal that we are not. You are not that. Stop trying to fucking be that. Stop trying to fit in. So we're going back and finishing up our business. We're going back to the drawing board with our shit. Tightening up our shit, tightening up our budgets, tightening up our plans, because you realize that the way that you were going, the thing with the knowledge that you knew, like it can only get you so far. That's why it's so important to invest in yourself. That's why it's so important to invest in your mental health. It's so important to invest in knowing the ins and outs of the things it is that you want to do. It's important. It's important. It doesn't make sense for you to have a $250,000 or $350,000 home if you don't know how to budget $100, $25. If you don't know how to make it stretch. It doesn't make sense for you to have that, like, as soon as you get it, you will fumble it. And that's what a lot of us, as soon as we've gotten some of the things that we wanted, we fumbled it because we were not ready, and we did not know what it took for us to have those things. And we would not grow up to be the person that we needed to be, to have, and not just obtain it, but to attain it, to have it, and to keep it. So let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be absolutely honest with ourselves. So a lot of us are walking into something that we only see a fragment of. A lot of us are trying to figure this situation out when it's not for you to figure out. It's for you to let go and walk towards what your heart is being called to. You are taking an oath. An oath. An oath. An oath with your creator, an oath with your ancestors, an oath with your guide, your God, an oath to yourself. Because we wonder why we cannot trust when we have not deemed ourselves trustworthy to ourselves. We prioritize people way more than we prioritize ourselves. We don't practice self-care. We don't practice self-love. We don't practice unconditional love. We don't give ourselves any time. We sit on a couch or in our situation and wallow there way too long. We're not showing ourselves that we love ourselves. So that's why it's very hard for us to trust. How can you trust yourself when you keep saying you're going to do something and you keep flaking? You keep making all the excuses in the world on why not to. And this is not for anybody else. I mean, this goes for myself first. I have sat in a stagnant situation. I have sat in mental blocks for a long time, trying to figure out, okay, so is this or is this not? Okay, so do I go or do I not? Instead of just taking the steps to go towards it. And as you take those steps towards your dreams, as you keep that oath to yourself, your confidence starts to build and serendipity happens. Your opportunities are met along with miracles because you decided to take the step. We need to stop getting to this point to where, I'll believe it when I see it. That's not how this works. That's not how any of it works. Why should your God have to prove anything to you whatsoever? You don't have to. Nothing has to be proven to you. Especially if you're not putting in the work in yourself. Nothing has to manifest. Nothing has to be better or bigger or anything other than what it is. And a lot of us, we don't even appreciate where we are. We don't take time to say, thank you for waking me up. We don't take time to look at the smile in our children's face and realize that's a blessing. We don't appreciate the fact that we have woken up. So why does your God or your creator or your ancestors or anything that you believe in have to do absolutely anything for you? We don't realize how blessed we are. We keep overthinking situations, overthinking our faults, overthinking, well, I can't possibly be this person because, I've done this. Everybody has done some shit. You are not on this earth for you to be perfect. You're not here to be perfect. The most imperfect people have the most inspiring stories. Nobody wants to know that you were just a straight A student in school and you never did anything and you never did this and you never drank and you never had a glass of wine and you never did absolutely anything and you went on to be. Nobody wants to hear that, because how can you inspire me when I've done shit? How can you inspire me? How am I inspired by that? If anything, that makes me feel like I am wrong. But if somebody tells you they were homeless, but if somebody tells you they were out on their own when they were 17, but if somebody tells you that they've been a single mom and they've raised a kid when they were 23, but if somebody tells you that they've been through every type of trauma and abuse that there has ever been and has walked on the other side and is carrying buckets of water out of the fire for everybody else, bitch, I want to hear that. Tell me how can you get past this shit. Tell me how I can make it. Tell me what answers you have for me. Tell me what tools you use. That's what I want to hear. That's the story that I want to hear. So stop overthinking this shit. Stop comparing yourself to people. We're looking at these IG and Facebook photos and hoping that we look like this person, or that we do these things, or that we can have a life like this. You don't know what's on the other side of that person's life. These pictures are just momentary images out of a 24-hour day. You don't know what happened. You don't know that this beautiful looking person or whatever is as mean as fuck. You don't know that this IG model is probably sleeping her way around, and if that's what you're doing, hey, boo, that's your business, to get wherever she is. You don't know that these people who have taken this picture as a happy family are actually fighting and in the middle of divorce. You have no clue. So understand that right where you are blessed. See the blessings in your life. And if it gets too hard, meditation. Even if it's not hard, even when you're happy, even when things are going great, meditate. They say that prayer is talking to God. What meditation is listening to the answer. Listening for the answer in the stillness. Clearing your mind so that you can hear, so that you can appreciate everything that's being gifted towards you. And as you start to lay your burdens down, your pain down, your fears down, your walls down in meditation, you will be able to see exactly how truly blessed you are. Because a lot of times some of us can't see how blessed we are because we're still in that mind state of what was. Well, this person did do this to me, and this person did treat me like this, and this person, and this person, and this person. You need to lay that shit down. We are still handling our right nows as if they were back then. We are treating people who are trying to bless us and be good to us as if they were the people who have fucked us up and done us wrong. We are holding old grudges and taking this old shit, trying to take it into our new shit. So you want to what? Repeat this shit again? Meditate. In your meditation, ask for clarity. Ask to be released. Put this shit down so that you can see your blessings, so that you can see your manifestation, so that you can see exactly how blessed you are. And a lot of us are worried because we feel like we're invisible. We feel like our businesses, people are not seeing us. People are not, we're not getting the traction it is that we need, that we want, and we desire. The people who are supposed to see you are going to see you. That's what you need. Not these fair weather people, these fair weather friends, these people who are just on when the boat is rocking. No, you need somebody who's on the boat and who's actually willing to put the work in. Stop worrying about who's not seeing you. Stop worrying about your channel not taking off the way that it's supposed to. Stop worrying about all of that and put the work in. Put the work in. Because you're not actually doing it for them. You're doing it for you. You're doing it because this is what you're called to do. You're doing it because this idea is running through your veins. So if it's running through your veins and if it's being gifted to you, it's for a reason. This is not about other people. This is not about other people. This is about you. Understand that you are being hidden for a reason and a season. So allow yourself to let go of the outcome of this. The outcome of how is this going to work out? How is this relationship going to work out? Okay, so if I do this, then how is this? No. What we are doing is we are building. How it works out is not your business. I did my part. I listened to spirit. I listened to my ancestors. I did what I was supposed to do. How it works out is not your business. You're a warrior. You are a fucking warrior. When this negative shit comes in and it tries to take you down, when this negative shit, this negative talk and everything comes in and it tries to overshadow you and it tries to tell you, no, you should stay here. You need to see this shit for exactly what it is and look at the people who have decided to stay in the situation that they're in. Are they happy? Are they happy? Stop talking about this shit. Because the more you talk about it, the more that you bring life into it. And a warrior is not sitting up here talking about the wars that he's been through all the time. No, there's a time for war and then there's a time for peace. This shit comes in cycles. Understand, there is a time for war and there's a time for peace. And although you are a warrior, you don't have to fight every fucking battle. Every battle is not yours to fight. It's just not. Every battle is not yours to fight. So right now your decision is, do I walk in my confidence? Do I take these steps into the unknown like I'm being guided to? Or do I repeat this situation, this self-hate, this self-loathing over again? The difference between us and anybody else who's making it is that they have the confidence in themselves to go forward. We have to develop that confidence. We have to stop being distracted by this small shit because all of it is small shit. All of it is small shit. All of it is here to get us off of our trail. And am I saying that it doesn't hurt? No, a lot of it hurts like hell. When you lose people, it hurts like hell. When situations don't happen the way you thought they were, it hurts like hell. But you still keep going. You keep going. You put one foot in front of the fucking other and you keep going. So if you're sitting in a situation to where you don't understand why you're so fearful of making the next step forwards, it's probably because you've broken your oath to yourself. You've broken your promises to yourself. You're not prioritizing yourself. You've put somebody else on your pedestal, instead of placing your own self and your own needs and your own desires on there. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of so much more. You are worthy of the things that you are desiring. But first you have to realize that. So I hope this message reaches you guys well. Again, I'm Sapphire, and thank you as always for listening. Check out my YouTube as Sapphire Speaks and my IG as only the #1 Sapphire. Thanks, guys.